Hi, Shadis. How are you doing? Welcome tonight. I hope you are great. So, how great is it now? It was Make America Great. How great is everything at this point in time? Because from the look of things, you all are not even proud of who you voted for and the things you are going through. Because there are some things you are going through, you can't even tell anybody why, because you are the sole source of your problem. So when you are the the biggest problem of your problem, how do you cope? Because at this point in time, farmers are not having a great time. Ranchers are not having a great time. Ranchers are pissed at this man, and he is also pissed at them. Like, why are you guys blaming me? Anyways, I don't care if you guys are blaming me or not. All I know is that your beef is expensive, so I am going to Argentina. I have given them money, and also I will let them import beefs to United States. So, which means you guys might still not be able to sell your beef. And the worst part is that from what I have gathered so far, it looks like the one that they will be importing may not be in good condition. So what is going on? Now, let me tell everybody something. Be careful with what you eat at this point in time. I know it's really a hard time. I have also advised a lot of people, if you can farm in your yard and all that, that would really be great. But there are some things that might not be too good for you to consume just for now. Let's get into this video.
Everybody's wound up today because Trump says we're going to import all this beef from Argentina. We're going to lower our beef prices because the beef's too expensive here. And I thought I'd throw my 2 cents in. First of all, it's not really a new thing to import beef. We've imported beef in this country for a long time. What is new, however, is the government getting involved because of the prices and saying the beef prices are too high. We're going to make a deal. We're going to buy a bunch of beef from Argentina, and we're going to undercut the American farmers and ranchers who are finally making some decent money. And that's just it's a socialist mindset, if you ask me. That's not what I've grown up thinking as an American market. Supply and demand. Where did that go? Import beef. We've imported beef in this country for a long time. What is new, however, is the government getting involved because of the prices and saying the beef prices are too high. We're going to make a deal. We're going to buy a bunch of beef from Argentina, and we're going to undercut the American farmers and ranchers who are finally making some decent money. And that's just it's a socialist mindset, if you ask me.
They are so close to fucking getting it. They are so fucking close to getting it. My brother in Christ. My brother in and around Christ. That's not what socialism is. We were all fucking with you. We were all in your camp right before you butchered socialism. And I mean that, a pun very much intended. Socialism is not a cut and dry thing. It's not one thing. It depends on what form of it you're talking about. But a general rule of thumb is socialism is when the workers own the mean of production. That's literally what you want. That's literally what you're saying you want. What you're saying Trump is doing is the fucking textbook definition of capitalism, my friend. You are become a victim of capitalism. Congratulations. The thing about you guys that you never understood is that they were willing to allow you to work within that system as long as you made them money. As soon as you don't, then they go elsewhere. Congratulations. You're now seeing the problem we have been complaining about for a long time. You sit there and you complain about what Trump is doing, and then you literally use their fucking talking points. This talking point about socialism. You don't understand it clearly, so you're afraid of it. They've convinced you that socialism is what communism is, and they're not the same thing. I'm going to throw my hat into any ring. It's probably socialism, but I'm not sitting here and saying that it's a perfect system. There aren't no perfect system. That's why pretending that we need to be one system is fucking goofy. We should take things from every system, which we kind of do already. We just lean way too much into fucking capitalism, and that's why when you have people like Donald Trump who only care about making $1, and you guys aren't making him dollars anymore, like you said, you're finally making some money, which means they're not. Which means they want to make that money, which means they are going to outsource it. Are you following along? It's the thing that fucking drives me crazy about these people, and you could tell who he voted for, and you could tell why he's upset. Because what drives me fucking crazy about these people is they are now feeling the exact effects. The things we've been saying is wrong with these motherfuckers. They're feeling it. They just don't know how to articulate it. They don't know how to put it into words because they've been so fucking brainwashed into thinking that the other side is bad. Socialism, scary! Again, not a perfect system, and I'm not an expert at any of these systems, but I can tell you one thing for damn sure, and that is if we had a socialist government, they would not be outsourcing your means of production to other fucking countries. That's not what socialists do. If anything, they would be helping subsidize your business. They'd be putting money into your business. That's what they do. And again, that's not a perfect system, and there's things wrong with that system, 100%. But it would be a lot better than what they're doing to you. Remember that and try to break yourself of the fucking brainwash they've put you in. And again, don't go running back to them when we vote again. You now see what they think of you. You now see what they're willing to do for you, so don't do shit for them. Because the second you stopped being profitable to them, they fucking sold you out. While lying to your face and saying, America first. Wake the fuck up. This is what they have been doing. You are just finally feeling.
I got one for y'all today. Farmers for Trump. I'm gonna need y'all ass right down front. Front row, front and center. Farmers for Trump. Get your ass down front. I got one for you. Just heard. Yo boy, Trump, is throwing y'all ass up under the bus. He's let come out of his sour ass mouth that the reason the prices of groceries is so high is because y'all don't know how to run y'all business. Wait. This is the killer. He screwed y'all over the minute he stepped in office by stopping that aid that Biden had set up for y'all to help y'all keep up y'all farms. That was first strike number one against y'all. That was the first dagger to make sure y'all can't run your business. He snatched that parachute out from up under y'all ass, right? That was step number one. Then step number two, he went on this trade war tirade. Screwed y'all whole international market up. Y'all ain't got no more international business. Y'all, that's pretty much, that market pretty much closed off to y'all thanks to him. Step number three, which when he threw the dirt on y'all coffin 6 feet down, was when that bitch sit up and bailed out Argentina with $40 billion. But y'all don't know how to run y'all business. Now guess what? He gonna have his fanatic rabbit base foaming at the mouth fan base coming at y'all. Because you know they're gonna believe him. You know, because you know y'all believed him for everything he said. So you know your fellow MAGAs are gonna believe y'all and they're gonna turn on y'all. It don't get no better than this, baby. Karma, baby, y'all need to put some respect on that chick name. Miss Karma to y'all. Because, honey, he blaming y'all for his misdoings. But he did get one thing right, though. He was right. Y'all don't know how to run y'all business. He was right about that. Because if you knew how to run your business, you would never vote against your interests. You would never vote against your best interests. You would never vote against the things that are helping you run your farms. For instance, your that aid that Biden was giving y'all. You wouldn't have voted to get that cut off. You also wouldn't have voted if you knew how to run your businesses. You wouldn't vote for your workforce to be deported when you know the majority of your workforce is illegal immigrants. So he was right on that note. He really was. He really was. Y'all don't know how to run your business. Because if you did, you would have never voted against the best interest of your business. But for him to say, this man romanced y'all. Oh baby, he had y'all set up high and mighty. He was catering to y'all. He was saying, he was whispering all those sweet nothings in y'all ear. Oh, he was heavy on y'all trail as long when he needed you. It wasn't nothing y'all couldn't ask for. He wouldn't give you because y'all was just so high on his list. And now that he has used you like the player he is, he done tossed your ass out like last night garbage. And he didn't leave $200 on the nightstand. Yep, I'm this tickled over this. I sure am. I sure am. This is a self-inflicted wound. And for me not to find the comedy in this, you know, we have learned through our lifetime, baby. Black people have learned you got to laugh. We have learned how to laugh our way through really hard times, trauma, disaster. We've learned the gift of laughter. So if you don't like it, that's you. But that ain't my issue. My issue is y'all went up in here and voted for this man. Even after the first time, a lot of y'all lost your farms. A lot of y'all was just about to go belly up. You had to get bailed out then. Then you turn around and do it again. And you're sitting up here listening to him weekly, daily, telling you the minute he get in, mass deportation, mass deportation, mass deportation. He was telling y'all that. And that mass deportation was your workforce. So, why would you vote for anybody saying mass deportations and you know that's the bulk of your workforce? If you can make that part make sense, then he's lying. But it doesn't make sense. And in this case, he did not lie. You do not know how to run your businesses. That's why you guys are losing your farms, because you voted against the best interest of your business. So if you as the business owner, if you don't have the best interest of your company at the forefront of your heart and mind, you don't know how to run a business. You don't know how to run a business. Everything that man was saying was just about going against your business. And y'all went out there and voted for him. So you don't know how to run your business. But he's not the one to throw that in your face after he's the one that has implemented everything that's ruining your business. But that shows you, that once again shows you what he truly feels, or what he truly thinks, and how he truly feels about you. And y'all have overlooked so many times this man telling y'all to your face he don't care about you. Y'all don't matter. He's left y'all stranded out at them rallies. He's left y'all stranded in 100-degree weather. He's left y'all stranded in freezing weather. And y'all still take y'all tails right back out to them rallies to get stranded once again. And we supposed to feel what for you? When he's constantly showing you who he is, y'all refuse to believe it. And because you sitting up here in this state of denial to the point to where it's your own self-destruction, and he throws it back. I just got one question. When y'all finna start scaling them walls of the White House? When? You did it for him. You did it based on what he said. Well, this is what he's doing now. You ain't got to talk about what he said. You talk about what he's doing. Record numbers of farmers have filed for bankruptcy. Record amount of farmers. Record numbers. Farmers have filed for bankruptcy. And this is just 9 months in. You got farmers that have had their farms for hundreds of years. When y'all heading to Washington? That's what I want to know. When you going to Washington? When we finna have a January 6th 2.0? Because if y'all act a fool about your vote, how much of a fool are you going to act about your livelihood? Your farms, your businesses. This man pretty much told you what's happening to you is your fault, right to your face. When we say something like that, oh, y'all go ham on us. What kind of smoke you got for him? I'm waiting. What kind of smoke y'all got for him? Yeah. Y'all ain't got enough smoke to send up smoke signals like the Indians did back in the day. This man has whipped y'all like butter. And now he's treating you like trash. Telling you it's your own fault. No. He's telling the American people to blame y'all for the high prices of groceries. So he's finna send his fan base foaming at the mouth, rabid fan base, to y'all doorsteps. That's his thank you for voting for him. And before I get out of here, I ain't got but one little teeny weeny damn question to ask y'all. Is it great again yet? Just asking for a friend. Now you have the night you deserve and sleep well on this news.
Well, the Democrats were right again. Do you guys remember when we told these Trump supporters that if Trump put tariffs on everything, that American companies would jack their prices up? Well, that's exactly what happened with American beef. As soon as Trump put in the tariffs, American cattle farmers raised their prices 10 to 15%. And when we told Trump supporters that this is precisely what would happen, they said, well, that's okay. I'm okay with paying higher prices at the store, even though Trump's entire campaign promise was to lower prices. But I'm okay with paying higher prices as long as we're buying American, because that's the patriotic thing to do. Well, I guess I got a little bit too patriotic in here, huh? Because now Trump is importing beef from Argentina to undercut the prices of American farmers. Isn't it amazing how Trump has completely fucked over American farmers at every turn, and yet he has the audacity to sit in the White House and say, prices are way down. I saved the farmers. And that's because he's an idiot. But Trump supporters, listen up. Next time, listen to the smart people. You know, the people who don't like Trump, even he knows that. The smart people. Listen to us and you could have saved yourself some trouble. Anyway, Group 7, rest assured that we are always correct about everything. So I hope you guys have a classy Thursday, and I'll check in with you later. Love you guys.
Today on white TikTok, all of the fucking farmers have their boots stuck in a goddamn haystack. And unfortunately, that's not my problem. Donald Trump has expressed that he wants to import beef from Argentina. The reason he wants to import beef from Argentina is because he says it's cheaper. All of the farmers that voted for him started to look around and say, well, what about us? Well, see, this is what happens when you don't read the terms and conditions of the contracts that you signed, especially with a fucking president. Voted for a man who said that he was going to defund every single thing within the government. And when he defunded a lot of the programs and the government assistance that was going towards the farmers, they were looking confused because they thought that he only meant that he was going to get rid of the immigrants. That they fucked around and now they're finding the fuck out. They realized that it was nothing but a business deal for him to get inside of this office. Now all of the farmers want us to hold hands and stand together and sing hymns. Baby, please. You should have did that at the polls. Unfortunately, you thought about yourself, so now you're going to have to help yourself.
So the president of the Nebraska Farm Bureau has a message for Donald Trump and farmers across the United States. Please have a look at this with me, and I'll be right back.
You know, some days you feel like you just can't catch a break in agriculture, but the cattle sector is one of the real bright spots here in the industry, and certainly in Nebraska where we have a lot of mama cows. But unfortunately, we have an administration that thinks that they need to lower the price of beef. President Trump on Friday actually made a statement that said we should lower the price of beef, and ultimately that's lowering the price of cattle. That's not something we need to do. I just want our members to know that Nebraska Farm Bureau is adamantly opposed to anything that would artificially lower the price of beef.
Really?
So I have communicated with all of our federal delegation and let them know that we are opposed to any move that would artificially lower the price of beef cattle.
Quick question, bud. Who'd you vote for? Who did you vote for? You said you are doing everything you can to help farmers across the United States. Who did you vote for? Inquiring minds want to know. While you're deciding whether or not you want to answer that, let me just show everybody else a little something. Donald Trump's support in farming counties. America's most farming dependent counties overwhelmingly backed President-elect Donald Trump in this year's election by an average of 77.7%. I've said this plenty of times, and I'm going to say it again this time as well. You didn't give a damn when you thought Donald Trump's policies was only going to be hurting people of color, the LGBTQ community, and other marginalized groups. But now that they're affecting you, you have criticism for the administration. If you had opened your ears and your eyes and listened to what the rest of us were trying to tell you, you might not have ended up in the situation you're in right now. If you had voted in your interest rather than your misogyny and racism, then perhaps you wouldn't be in the situation you're in right now. And now you want what to happen? You're online pleading for what? You want somebody to get behind you and rally behind you when you wouldn't have spit on the rest of the folks his policies were affecting if they was on fire. Anyway, have the day you voted for. And please, y'all, I keep asking you, don't make me say it no more.
The Trump administration is warning that Argentine beef may be diseased, but they're going to import it anyway. I'm Major League, and this is news you need to know. Newsweek is reporting that Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins warned the U.S. that Argentina's beef has a foot and mouth disease problem. This as the administration pushes to import Argentine beef to bring U.S. beef prices down. Trump's plan to import beef from Argentina has faced significant criticism from both farmers, agricultural groups, and a handful of congressional Republicans. Experts also doubt that even a substantial import of Argentine beef would address domestic supply issues and bring beef prices down in any significant fashion. So Trump's plan risks undermining America's food security and bankrupting American farmers for no real benefit at all. For context here, in addition to this, Trump has also offered to bail out Argentina's government to the tune of 20 billion U.S. taxpayer dollars. A lot of Trump's critics believe that all of this is less about supporting American farmers or the people of Argentina and more about bailing out Trump's friends in the investor class. Argentina is running out of money, but it's also the world's largest debtor to the International Monetary Fund, the IMF. But I want to know what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments and remember to click the link in my bio to follow Major League TV on Facebook.
So I live in an ultra-conservative MAGA community. I was raised to be ultra-conservative and MAGA, but our community was actually built on cattle ranchers. And yes, every single one of these cattle ranchers in my community have been diehard MAGA. So I want to read the letter that Trump wrote to them. To the cattle ranchers, who I love that I was able to hoodwink for their vote. They are too stupid to understand that the only reason that they could possibly have any success is because I, Donald J. Trump, taxed them and their consumers with the tariffs that I placed on foreign nations. In fact, if it weren't for me, they would have to go back to doing whatever it is that they were doing before the days of cattle ranching. But it would be nice if they understood that. But these cattle ranchers need to get their prices down, because the truth is I never cared about America first or the American farmer. If you don't believe me, just look what I did to the soybean market. I just sent $40 billion to Argentina to influence their elections. So that's why you, the American farmer, cannot have health care. And to the National Cattlemen's Beef Association, I read your response about how you cannot stand behind me. Well, I warned you, all you had to do was vote for me this one time, and that would be it. So
I'm very happy about that. We're going to do something very quickly and easily on beef to get it down. The ranchers understand that. They're so happy for what I've done. I saved them. I don't think you'd have any beef in this country if I didn't do that. So we're very proud of that.
What I understand is, with all this imported beef, it actually is increasing the cost of your beef in the store.
This is all I got from this video, and there is nothing great about anything going on at this point in time. White people are just crying for crying's sake because this was what they were warned before they voted for this administration. In as much as all these brouhaha are going on, all these are all affecting economy, not just only the farmers, but economy as a whole. Now, I don't know. I definitely would advise, because what the other man said about some of this imported beef being diseased is actually true, right? But one thing I will warn people is that if you can afford to go to your local market, because there are local markets where you see them slaughter the cows and all that, then sell to people. You are very good to go buy your beef from that place. Also, I am not a huge fan of frozen all these meats that you go to the store that probably might have been there for so long you don't even know how long it's been there. Though beef lasts for so long, but some of the I love to see what I am buying straight up, and you choose what you want, not just going to pick from the frozen refrigerator or something too. Now, then back to the economy and how people are feeling at this point in time, because it's been a whole lot of uproars from farmers and all that, saying that they are not being catered for, and that the government is ignoring them. Actually, the government is ignoring you at this point in time. Yes, because if he's not ignoring you, he would have come to your aid. Why is he saying that the beef in the beefs are kind of expensive? How do you feed those cattle? I am sure majority of them buy what they feed them with. I don't know where they buy all of that from, but yeah. And then he decided to put how many percent tariff on some countries and all that, which means some certain things cannot go out and come in without it being expensive. It must really be expensive. So with all these costs, it is affecting maybe the ranchers and all that, because you can import some feeds from outside where there are tariffs. When they come in, it becomes expensive because you have to pay all that and then add it to whatever you are trading, if it's beef or whatever. So if he is actually a good president, what he would have done is to know how to come in for you people. But you all can see that you did not vote for someone that cared about you. You voted for someone that doesn't even care, right? Now you know it. And I am still sure that in the coming election, you will still go and vote for him. I learned already that he is coming up for 2028. I am sure majority of you may have seen videos flying around him saying that he has intentions of coming out to contest in 2028. You heard me right. How bad? How great? I don't know how great it is, but you and I can see how great it is at this point in time. And I am really wishing everybody luck, because everybody have to really be up and doing. If you are not up and doing, you definitely will starve. And for the farmers, I don't want to even ask how you guys are faring, because I know already you guys are broke. But I hope this is a teachable moment for everybody, especially the ones that voted for him, that this man did not have any intentions of making life easier for you and other people before getting into office. But you guys saw him as the Messiah. And the fact that some of you are still in this dilemma and still supporting this administration shows how ignorant and unwilling to learn majority of you are. So this is where I'm going to draw the curtain. Bye for now.